Hi, how y'all doing? My name is Chris. I am a man who has been battered, abused, and assaulted by a woman. And I've kind of wondered how to do a video or recording on such, given that this has been like a epidemic to sweep our good old U.S. of A. Kind of all over the place here. Try to make some notes on what I wanted to address in this one video. So I'm gonna try to do a few videos, and I have some recorded videos of my situation that I'm going to try to share. So one thing I want to talk about or speak on is that the stereotype of domestic violence. It seems that domestic violence is something that a man is always the attacker and a woman is always the victim. And that is not necessarily true. However, that is a stereotype. So when it comes to reporting this, who's really going to listen to a man? Who's really going to take action for male victims when their attackers are women? When it's I guess if it was a same-sex couple, that would be a different story. I'm not really sure how that's going to work. How it's going to work, how it has worked. But I know, so I live here in the Dallas, Texas area, and where I constantly travel, they have several poster boards, billboards around talking about domestic violence. They've been up for like 3 years now. All these signs, they're all one-sided. There's like they have pictures and shadows of men yelling at women, men raising their hands at women. There's one like where the woman is saying, "All I want you to do is to love me," and the man is like yelling at her. And I think there was a contact. I sent a little nasty gram type of email to the contact. Like, I don't appreciate this, especially when I've been a victim of such. But it's kind of a one-sided ordeal in our society. So they continue to put them up, modify them, where they still just stay one-sided. So there's that. And in my situation, so I was married to someone. I was with that person for approximately 3 years, and of course, I somehow take all the blame for everything that happened because if I'd have been smart enough my first mind, would have left when I should have. However, situation created my daughter, which who I very love a lot, and I don't even know if I would undo the whole situation because it would take away her. But throughout the time with my ex-wife, she has used the system to change the narrative of who has been the victim and who has been the attacker. Um, so when I'm not gonna dive deep into anything, but I know when I was going through my divorce, her first way of attacking me was using my military career against me, and she made repetitive statements to the courts that I threatened to kill her and my daughter. I mean, she even said I tried to have sex with my daughter. No proof. She never filed any complaints or anything like that during these times of when this allegedly happened. But that's what she said. Literally, that's what she said. And throughout this time, even during my divorce, she used the legal system to keep me quiet, so I couldn't speak out on what she did to me. I would point out this is very we know this is very true. If I had done any of the things to her that I have on video and recordings that she's done to me, she or me, I would be in jail. I would probably be a felony, a convicted felon of domestic violence. During our divorce, we were ordered to take a co-parenting class, and in the first day of the class, the instructor laid out the guidelines for what's a felony domestic violence situation. She checked all the boxes, but yet, she's free, no consequences. She's a woman. She knows how to play the game, and she had some help. And we can say that help came in the form of money. We can say that help came in the form of police department. Speaking of which, something I've noticed over the past couple of years when it comes to domestic violence, I don't want to discredit any women who have been hurt, but we have some that cry wolf. And I've seen it in the past. A woman is dating somebody, and the person he's dating, he's probably talking to somebody else. There's always a way to get back at somebody. But the police departments or the legal system, they definitely have a way that they want to make sure they investigate a case when a woman claims that a man attacked her or assaulted her. And they go through lengths, and I've seen it here. There are various communities here in the Dallas-Fort Worth areas. There's been a case. There's always a case. Pretty much every case involves women as the victims. In the police department, they go through everything. They want audio recordings, video recordings. They want witnesses. They want statements. They want almost everything. Like, they don't let it rest. In my opinion, I feel like attorneys and law enforcement, they use this as a political step up. Let's say that we did all we could to put this male attacker behind bars. But if it's a woman who attacks a man, and there's solid video, credible evidence, not to mention a path and a chain of events, documented chain of events, that documents her violence against the man and child, they're not so eager to take that because it doesn't look good. And that's where we are. I'm going to kind of look at this as civil rights and the rainbow rights. Civil rights, it seems like, black people are still going for the civil rights today. Haven't got nothing. Still ain't got much. The rainbow community, I think it was like 2009 or 10, they came out, they did their thing. Man, it's like they went to the head of the line. They got everything they needed and wanted. Got their respect quickly in a matter of 3 to 4 years, in my opinion. And I think that kind of like puts other things in contrast. Everything is stereotyped. And domestic violence is stereotyped. We got everything that's stereotyped between gender and race, sexuality. When it comes to domestic violence, everything is stereotyped, one-sided. And police departments, especially the one down here where I live, piss poor, pathetic. Dallas County District Attorney's Office, piss poor, pathetic. I don't even understand how it can be that way. Don't understand how you can go to the police with evidence and then they turn you into the attacker and praise the victim or praise the attacker as the victim. It is freaking sad. And sometimes when women are attacked, somehow it gets brought up. It gets brought up through social media or to local media. and then you have an attorney, or you have some local politician who wants to get involved. I always question their motives for getting involved. But it seems like we don't fight for, in a lot of cases, we don't fight for everybody. It's like we pick and choose on who we gonna fight for, cause it furthers us. You know, even when it comes to like those police shootings, you know, it always amazes me how there's like there's just like this one specific lawyer who's always showing up in certain situations. You know, he lives in one place, but he somehow magically gets to all these other states when a shooting happens, inserts himself into a situation to like, and where I feel like fucking his career, because normally by him inserting himself into the situation, nothing really happens, and then he goes away. But these domestic violence situations, they never really go away. They keep coming, and you can get the ACLU, they get involved. You know, your politicians get involved, police departments. Oh, they're also concerned now. Only one is a woman. Only one is a woman. When you got some media attention ahead, they're in it. But not for the man at all. So I'm gonna see if I can post my email address in this video, because I ain't never really done one of these before. We're gonna see how this work out. See if there's anybody else out there. You know, and I see some videos on YouTube where women are saying, you know, men are victims too. You know, I appreciate that. I'm glad there's some awareness out there. But you know, I really hate that, and I do hate women victims of domestic violence. Yo, they can throw their attackers under the bus out there. They can make fun of them or whatever. Just put them out there. But I'm kind of being held back by my own attacker. And it's total BS. So who knows what will happen?